Some holiday soccer from Louisville, Kentucky. From Lynn Family Stadium, it's Louisville City playing host to Hartford Athletic. Tonight's match is presented by Ford. Plenty of people in the holiday spirit tonight. With the former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey, I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for being with us. Louisville City and Hartford Athletic side by side in these Eastern Conference standings, which just puts so much more on this game tonight as these two teams go head to head. As we compare Hartford and Louisville, Hartford, they've really relied on defense. Louisville, they've relied on their goal scoring.
Almost exact opposite as you see it, most or second most goals for Lou City. Fabulous in attack, but surprisingly conceding a lot of goals by their normally frugal standards. And Hartford, 10 goals conceded. I mean, that is fantastic. Problem is, though, they've only scored 10. So it's the opposite problem. Both sides need to fix it at one end and stop them going in at the other.
Let's take a look at tonight's player profile. It's presented by Commonwealth Credit Union. It's the first-year striker with Louisville, Chris Donovan.
He's been scoring plenty of goals this season. Last appearance was against Brooklyn. Scored in that match. Scored 2 against Miami late May. Scored 2 against Union Omaha in mid-May. So plenty of goals, lots of experience. 77 appearances for Philly Union. He needs to bring that experience to Lou City tonight.
For Hartford Athletic, the man that's been keeping quite a few clean sheets, it's Anthony Siaha in goal.
His 7 clean sheets is the most in the USL. 2 back-to-back clean sheets as well, and yet he's had a lot of saves to make, 37. That's the 4th highest in the league. So he's been busy saving them, and he's been busy earning those clean sheets.
It is a beautiful sunny evening in Louisville, Kentucky, as we are getting you set for first kick. Happy 4th of July. We'll have lineups and first kick from Lynn Family Stadium on the way.
Celebrate America with America's best-selling car, Toyota Camry. And take your summer fun nearly 600 miles on a tank of gas. Built with pride in Kentucky since 1988, Camry was named Best Car for the Money for its low cost of ownership. Lease a new 26 Camry now for $319 a month, or get 5.99 APR financing. America drives Toyota Camry. Let's go places.
It's time to power up your old checking account. That's why Commonwealth Credit Union created Power Checking. This incredible all-in-one account powers your spending and with built-in high-yield savings, grows your balance at the same time. Plus, as your balance gets higher, so does your rate, up to 3% APY. Grow your money with no limits, just unparalleled benefits.
That's 2 out of 3.
Let's go.
Get to the next level with Power Checking, only from Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently.
On this episode of Crossroads, urban and bluegrass collide in the capital city. Watch the life flow through Frankfort, Kentucky.
Enough talking, let's sit.
With a swig at Buffalo Trace.
How much candy's going out of here a day?
A bite at Rebecca Ruth Candy.
Welcome aboard.
And a float down the river.
This is our premium bourbon tasting tour.
That's all right here, where our state blazed its trail. Watch this episode on WDRB+.
Weather always changes. I mean, it does. Weather changes every single second. This is not your typical clock in, clock out job.
We look out, sometimes a couple weeks, and then in the 3 to 4 day range, we start to really know that there could be deep impacts within our area. Within about 24 hours, now we're really at that point of telling you what time those storms are going to be hitting your area. But we really try to make sure that you can prepare your lifestyle for whatever storms are coming.
The flag is flying on the 4th of July. It's Louisville City and Hartford Athletic tonight from Lynn Family Stadium. Tonight's matchup is presented by Ford. Starting lineups for interim head coach Simon Bird and Louisville City. It is a 5-2-3 tonight for the home side.
Lots of changes from the team that beat Detroit, or that drew with Detroit, but then beat them on penalties in the USL Cup. Carl Adams is in, Sam Gleadle, Kevin Lambert for his first appearance since March 14, Taylor Davila, Mook Akale, and Chris Donovan. And then you can see that shape, Lambert just sitting into midfield. Donovan leading the line up front.
for Brendan Burke and Hartford Athletic. Defensively minded is the way to put it tonight for Hartford.
Very much so. There's 3 changes to the side that drew with Pittsburgh. TJ Prestis comes in, Sebastian Anderson out. Beverly Makangila will be the defensive midfielder. Samuel Cariaga on the bench. And Galen Flynn gets only his 2nd appearance. Augie Williams, surprisingly enough, going to the bench in that sort of 5-4-1 shape for Brendan Burke.
Those lineups are presented by Ford, building together. 86 degrees tonight in Louisville, Kentucky. The sun is shining. That's our referee, Atahan Yaya. He'll have the whistle this evening. Holiday soccer from Louisville, Kentucky is underway. It's Lou City and Hartford Athletic for the first time here in 2026. Definitely going to have some fireworks post-game. We'll hope to get some during these 90 minutes as well. As Jake Morris already winning this back in a good spot for Louisville. Driven ball is deflected, carrying towards that end line. It'll be cleared out of play. The throw-in coming for Louisville. It's the Louisville City side. Last time out, 0-0. It was in the USL Cup. But it was a crucial 2 points as they got the extra point in the shootout to put themselves at the top of that USL group that they are in, going into the final match day next week. Long throw in, headed across the face of goal. Davila trying to track this down all the way in the corner. He'll keep it alive for Mukwele Akale. Here's Adams and Davila. Around Morris, and Louisville starting in the attack on the front foot, but not for much longer. Flag is up for offside. Expecting to see Louisville on the ball quite a bit with just the way Hartford is set up tonight.
It's very interesting what Brendan Burke has done with this Hartford side. He was telling us he's playing with 4 centre-backs. It looks like 3 with TJ Prestis as a right-back, but he wants Prestis to tuck in as a 4th centre-back. And he said, you know what, they got a fantastic result away at Tampa Bay Rowdies, a win, the only loss up until today for the Rowdies. So fantastic, brilliant defensive performance, and he's going to do the same here. Keep it tight in defense, across the middle, and maybe just have one up. That might be Ingalina with his pace. We'll wait and see how they set it up. But yes, to your point, it's going to be a defensive effort by the visitors here today.
Going to play in behind. This is expertly ushered out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Hartford. And Brendan Burke, in that game against Tampa Bay Rowdies, they absorbed 27 shots, only 4 on target. They only had 24% of the ball in that game, did Hartford. And yet they got the 1 goal that gave them the 1-0 win. And Brendan Burke's saying, all right, it worked that night. It may not work tonight, but we're going to try it again.
Well, he's got every chance, bearing in mind Lou City's last 3 home matches are 2 losses and a draw.
Serrano tried to quickly play that ahead. It was blocked, and Louisville will keep it. Louisville's last home win back in April against Sporting Jacks. Another deflected cross. Morris trying to track it down. He'll get there in front of Lambert. Morris coming infield. Here's Akale. Mukwele Akale finds some width. Louisville staying in possession. Toch. Turning it back out wide. Quick passing from Louisville City. Akale.
And just to that point, Lou City, as you mentioned, struggling at home. Even that win against Sporting Jacks, I think it took a 95th minute winner for them to go home with or stay at home with that 1-0 win. It's just not like Lou City. At Lynn Family Stadium in years gone past, this has been a fortress of note, but for some reason they've just lost a little bit of their mojo at home, and they'll be looking to turn it around with a solid victory here today. But to Brendan Burke's point, coming here being defensive against a team that's struggling at home, not a bad strategy.
It was Jansen Wilson, 90+5 in that game back in April, but when you look at the history for Lou City at home, remember last year they did not lose on their home field in the regular season. This is played back post. Morris just couldn't connect with this as it bounces out of play. There's only 1 loss at home in 2024, 6 losses in 2023 at home. Simon Bird, he's talked a lot about trying to get that first goal, playing from in front, but not a lot of teams have been able to score against Hartford. Best defense in the USL Championship. They've only conceded 10 goals this season.
Well, chatting to Simon Bird this week, he reminded us that in their last 7 games, in 6 of them, they've fallen behind. He says you can't keep falling behind because then you're chasing the game. It's difficult, it's pressure. So he says for once we want to try and get the lead and build on that lead. So let's see how it goes here today.
Commonwealth Credit Union. To learn more about how we could help you meet your financial goals, visit WeSeeYouDifferently.com. Lambert back in the starting 11. Good to get him back in that midfield. Trying to rotate through some of those midfielders. As Simon Bird said, Zach Duncan's played a lot of minutes so far this season. He starts on the bench tonight. Morris trying to play that infield on his weak foot. It's all the way into the corner. Lambert is there for Louisville. There's Morris with his favored left foot, swinging this one in. Siaha with the punch away. Here's Toch. A lot of possession here early on for this Louisville City side. They'll be the protagonists tonight. Trying to slip this ahead. Kale trying to turn it in field. Broken up. Hartford trying to get this away now. Only as far as Lambert. Suffering pretty much right from the get-go defensively is Hartford. Davila. USL Championship Player of the Year a season ago. Across for Lambert. Keeping it moving, Morris. Kale for Lambert. They set up a cross. Lambert goes low. It took a slight deflection, and Siaha is there to scoop it up.
You think Siaha is going to have a lot of work there tonight. He has already touched the ball a couple of times. You can just see the lineup. You can see the 4 centre-backs and the 2 wing-backs. 6 in a line at the back. And we've often seen 5, but this is fairly unique. I can't remember too many occasions when I've seen 4 centre-backs playing in a team, but clearly Brendan Burke feels that because it worked away at Tampa Bay, there's no reason why it can't work here at Lynn Family Stadium. But it means the goalkeeper is going to be extremely busy. And as you say, there's going to be plenty of suffering by this Hartford side if they're going to defend for most of this game.
Hartford in the regular season have not conceded a goal in the last 3 games. The last time they conceded was May 22nd, the 2-0 loss against Tulsa on the road. Louisville's trying to stay with this. Chance from distance! It's wide. Not a terrible look from outside the area. The experienced center back in Sean Toch.
That's a good effort from Toch. And that's what you have to do. When you've got this low block, you've got to shoot from distance, hope you get a golazo that flies in the top corner. And once you break the opposition, then they have to start coming out because they're 1-0 down. And that's what they'll be hoping to do, Lou City. But to your point about Hartford, they've been defensively brilliant. If they win here today, they'll be level with Lou City. And both teams on the verge of making the USL Cup quarterfinals. Of course, Hartford the holders at this stage. So it's been a really good spell for Hartford this season.
Louisville coming forward again. Akale weaving. So many white shirts in the box there. Just about 9 or 10 at that point. The play will go Hartford's way. It's soccer season, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of Lou City. Get all your Lou City tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Obviously, Brendan Burke saw what his team did against Tampa Bay, said, let's try to do it again here tonight. But they're going to need moments like this to get on the ball. It's going to be hard to defend for 90 minutes of this one.
100%. They need this sort of rest opportunity when they can just knock it around, take a breather. They're not having to go with runners and chase the ball the whole time. So to your point, yes, and of course you want to try and get in Lou City's half, and no reason why the long ball like this.
Right, Trying something, bounces once, and Fondez ripped down. It's Galen Flynn.
It's very close to a yellow card. You can't, you can't interfere with the goalkeeper when he's trying to distribute the ball, and B, you can't pull a player to the ground. So there's two reasons there why the referee wanted to speak to him. Galen Flynn, just his second appearance this season in the league, had 60 minutes against Rhode Island in the Open Cup, just 28 against Brooklyn.
He was signed initially to a 25-day contract to the West Hartford, Connecticut native. Played at 4 different colleges as this runs through for Siaha. Flynn played at South Carolina, Clemson, St. Louis, and Fordham. So is the NIL era here in college sports.
I think he had a game for Asheville City as well.
He did, yes.
Up in the mountains there.
Beautiful Asheville. I know you know Asheville well.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. Love it.
Hartford come in unbeaten in 4 in all competitions. Only 1 loss in their last 9. That was that aforementioned 2-0 defeat at Tulsa. This looks to playing behind, but it's just the 10 goals that Hartford have scored this year. Yes, they've only conceded 10, but maybe the reason why they aren't a little bit higher in the table is because those frontmen have not been able to score at the rate that Brendan Burke was maybe hoping for this season.
And that probably explains why Augie Williams has been dropped to the bench, because when he's signed, you're thinking, wow, what a signing from Pittsburgh. He's going to be a regular scorer, and he's taken time to settle in. Maybe they play a slightly different way, Hartford, but he hasn't produced the goals that Brendan Burke was wanting from his main striker.
Lambert keeps it moving. Here's Adams. And Lambert. Switch the point of attack. Toch. Playing behind. Gleadle was trying to make that run. It was broken up. Put this upfield. Samadia couldn't do much with it. Louisville City will have a throw-in. They take it quickly. Gonna play into the box. This is a miscued clearance. Siaha will come and claim it. Turn to CBS on Saturday, July 18th for USL Championship Eastern Conference Showdown. Last year's champion Pittsburgh Riverhounds goes head-to-head with the Players' Shield winner, the Louisville City, in a must-watch match of the summer. 2 elite clubs, 1 massive stage. Don't miss a minute of the action on CBS at noon Eastern on July 18th. Always a big matchup when those 2 teams go head-to-head. Plenty of playoff experience between those 2. That was a handball. Back to Louisville City it will go in Galena.
He's got the pace in Galena. Ideal player to have up front if you're going to play transitional football with his long balls over the top. Because once he gets away, he's very hard to catch. Maybe that's the difference. Augie Williams hasn't quite got that pace. He's more of a finisher. And clearly they're not providing him with a lot of chances in which to score. And to play counter-attack with a long ball over the top might suit Hartford here tonight.
The way they're set up, that's what you would think that they would be trying to do, especially with Galena's pace. Misplaced pass. Gleadle, though, will track it down. Not on the same page as Akale and Hartford. Trying to restart from the back. Siaha sped up. Forster just dumped this one out of play. Nothing he could do. He put that in the second deck. We talked about Louisville City trying to get back on the winning track at home, but it's also just 1 win in their last 7 regular season games. That came away at Phoenix Rising just a few weeks ago. It would be a difficult task for Simon Bird stepping in after Danny Cruz departed the club earlier this season. Morris goes low, it's parried in the middle. It's free for Akale only momentarily. Enough white shirts and Jordan Scarlett able to converge and clear that away. That was a decent opportunity for Louisville City. And now Hartford earn a whistle and a free kick just to move everyone up the field.
And that's why it's so important to have these shots from outside the box. Jake Morris hits a bit, it's coming through bodies, and Siaha all he can do is just get his hands to it. He doesn't know where it's going to go. Lou City are hoping it goes to Chris Donovan then. It goes past him, and fortunately for Hartford, it doesn't go to a Lou City player. But that's the advantage of taking those shots. As a goalkeeper, you don't get a clear sight. Look at that turf behind as well. It's chopped up. This pitch doesn't look to be in the best of conditions. I believe other sports get played here during the week as well. So, you know, as a goalkeeper, you can't quite read that shot coming through. There's bodies, there's bad bounces.
Oh, this is in behind, and that was Fondes who got his foot to it in goal. Herrera, now Flynn, and cross-headed away. One of the first looks of this game for Hartford Athletic, and without that right foot of Fondes, it could be 1-0 to Hartford.
There was some hesitation at the back there by the Lou City defenders, and to your point, they were nearly punished. And that's all Hartford are looking for. They'll soak up the pressure, try and get the ball forward quickly, and just see if they can get a goal somehow, a transitional goal, a goal from the set piece, whatever it is. They will try and find that breakthrough, but this ball comes over the top. And look, they're waiting. Brandon Days is waiting for the keeper, and that's a little flick from Ingalina. So near. Well done, Danny Fondes with the right foot.
That's the pace of Galena and what he can provide on that front line for Hartford. The weight of one goal as Morris comes in field. Morris! He was curling the wrong way. Flag is up for offside. The weight of one goal, especially if Hartford can get that, it would mean a whole lot for Hartford. Put them in a great position to earn a result tonight.
You just wonder though, if this amount of pressure, and we've seen this in some of the World Cup games as well, when one team just pressurizes, they get the penalties, they get the lucky deflections purely from the pressure of being on the edge of the box and trying to create a goal scoring opportunity. So it's a risky maneuver for Hartford, which is why if they can get these moments on the ball, if they can get the ball up the pitch, it'll just take away that constant pressure.
Time on the ball for Louisville City. Here's the teenager Days. Big step forward for the youngster Brandon Days. Signed that pro deal back in December, and it's pretty much been a starter week in, week out for this Louisville side. Is there a touch on that? Custis is tracking down a ball like it's going to be a Hartford throw in here. If you can't watch the match, here on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus your live matches from plenty of leagues. As here comes Louisville into the attack. Lambert, this is moved back out wide. It's Morris driving in field again. Morris drives it towards goal. Siaha bobbled it, and he had deadened it with his chest and able to hold on.
He certainly is busy, isn't he? Siaha, ball's coming in from the flanks, both sides, coming through the middle. And as we mentioned earlier, one would assume he's going to have a really good game here to keep a clean sheet against the strike force of Serrano, Donovan, Akale, with Jake Morris out wide on one side, Sam Gleedle on the other, and even Taylor Davila having shots from the edge of the box. It's a lot of firepower for the boys in purple.
6th most saves per 90 this season for Anthony Siaha. He does have the most clean sheets in the USL Championship with 7. He's bounced around, has Siaha, but solid performances so far this season. The onus is going to be on Louisville, trying to break through this Hartford side with the amount of possession and chances that they've already created in 20 minutes. Quickly working it back out wide. Gleedle looking to cross. Stabbed away. No one in a white shirt really in much hurry to go chase that down. Another chance to cross. Scarlett heads away. Fight for this loose ball. Ends up rolling out of play. It will go Louisville's way. Again, Gleedle. Here's Davila. Cross for Serrano, cuts it in. Ray Serrano shot blocked. Serrano picks it up again, another block. So many white shirts in there, just making it so difficult for a shot to get through.
It is difficult, but it just takes one shot to go through, maybe pick up a deflection on the way through. It hits the back of the net, and then Hartford have to change their game plan.
Kale weaving. Britton Fisher got a foot in there. No whistle, it's a play on. Eileen is the only white shirt up the field for Hartford. Thrown will go Hartford's way. This portion of tonight's match presented by Toyota and the Kentuckiana Toyota dealers.
Simon Bird's had a bit of a mixed time since he took over from Danny Cruz. Had some really good results, had 1 or 2 puzzling ones as well, but it's all part of settling in, and I'll tell you more in a moment.
Here comes Hartford in the attack, rolled in for Galena, and all the way through. Coach went down, and a free kick will go Louisville's direction.
Samadi are not happy with that, but Toach very cleverly just winning that free kick. Ball comes in and eventually just cleared by Jake Morris, and Toach feels the contact, down he goes. But you were mentioning earlier the last 2 seasons, I think they lost only 1 home game in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And yet in both those they got knocked out early in the playoffs. So the season before, when they struggled, they went a lot further. So there's almost some hope for Simon Bird that in a troubled season, and troubled by their standards, not by most people's, it might just sort of get them ready for the sort of difficulties of the playoffs and having to overcome those hurdles, whereas last year they were just magnificent, broke every record, and then first playoff game, that was it, at home, beaten by Detroit.
This one chipped forward, looking for Lambert, headed as far as Morris. For the loose ball, Lambert. Here's Serrano. Adams. Needs to find some width. Headed back centrally. Akale got a foot to it. Chance to hit from distance. Again, this one is wide. It was Davila who got his laces behind that one.
Again, that shooting from the edge of the box, Davila probably the most likely. Brendan Burke's having a discussion with the ref about fouls not given. But if there's one player in the Lou City team I'm looking at who can break this deadlock, other than the likes of a Davila shooting from distance, and that's Muka Kale. And he was brought to the club at the start of the season to be that player who could break down low blocks, something that Danny Cruz was concerned about. particularly because they went out to Detroit in the first round of the playoffs last year, and he was saying, you know, when teams get ahead of us 1-0 and we're trying to fight back and they drop into a low block, it's hard to break them down. And Mukakali has these close skills, the ability to run in the box and trick defenders. It might be his night tonight to find a breakthrough for the boys in purple.
It's a Louisville team that, yes, they've conceded a little bit more than they have, so they've been relying on that goal scoring so far this season. Second most goals scored in the USL Championship with 24 coming into this weekend.
Up against the team who scored the least, so it's
something's got to give.
Yeah. The two almost diametrically opposite teams in that sense, with Hartford giving nothing away but not scoring much, and Lou City scoring a ton but giving a ton away. Wait to see which of the two systems comes out tops here today.
Watch the USL on ESPN2 July 11th for a Prinks Tires USL Cup interleague matchup. Championship club San Antonio aims to clinch Group 3 with a win over League One opponent Chattanooga Red Wolves, determined to spoil the party. Saturday, July 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Comes in Fields. Lambert moves it back out wide. Chance to cross for Morris out in front. Back into the middle for Akale and cleared. Morris has delivered some delicious balls from this left side. Louisville stay with it.
And those are the problem balls for Hartford. They're not able to clear them. The high balls, they've been doing really well winning them, but those whipped in from wide have caused a problem.
Lidl goes again. Good call by Siaha to come and claim that and end the threat.
Here's that Jake Morris chance again, and you'll see it really is a good ball because the defenders haven't got there. They were beaten by this ball between goalkeeper and defenders. It just needed somebody from Lou City to get on the end of it. Mukakale was close, but not close enough.
Adams did not know that there was some pressure there, and Simon Bird had to be a quick reactor there in his coaching box. The kind of play will go Louisville's direction. It's the midway point in this first half, and just as many teams have experienced, Louisville's experienced the same. It is a tough task to score against this Hartford side, especially with the amount of defenders that are on the field tonight for them. Nearly 70% of the ball for Louisville in this game so far. Akale. Lidl provides the width on the right. Lidl, too much on this, out of play. So far, so good for Hartford Athletic. Yes, they've been defending a lot, but that was the expectation tonight, and still no score.
Virtually a third of the way through the game, and they've sort of weathered the early storm from Lou City. And they've had a little half chance themselves there with Ingelina's little shot that Danny Fondes saved really well. So that man in picture there, Brendan Burke, must be pleased. Done a fantastic job. Won the USL Cup last year, finished, I think it was 5th in the playoffs. And this year they're on the verge of making the USL Cup quarterfinals yet again. I did say to him, well, you're sitting sort of 6th or thereabouts, depending on which day you ask, because of the different games this week. But I said, you know, when are you going to hit real form? He said, we have. We've only lost 2 out of 15 games.
Yeah.
If we win here, we go level with Lou City in 4th spot, and we're nearly through to the quarterfinals of the USL Cups. He said, we've been playing well. So I had to quickly backtrack and say, yeah. Oh, well, on second thoughts, you have been playing well.
Flag up for offside there, and this will be. Let's take a look at this collision again. Prestis and Morris coming together.
Shoulder to shoulder, it's the sort of bumps and bruises that are normal in football there, nothing untoward.
Hydration break coming just shy of the 30-minute mark tonight, so no score between Louisville and Hartford. One of the really cool stories coming from this World Cup. We've seen, yes, a lot of players from the USL Championship at the World Cup. How about the goalkeeper coach for Hartford, Dan Gasper, the goalkeeper coach for Ghana? Unfortunately, they bowed out yesterday. A very honorable effort against Colombia, but very cool to see Hartford on the big stage. This is some of Gasper's family, along with some of the ownership group here from Hartford, and great to see Brendan Burke out at a game with his young son Charlie as well. They were in Boston Stadium for Ghana against England, wearing the Ghana colors in this shirt. Ghana put up a really good fight in that one. They put up a good fight in the World Cup, making it to the round of 32, and congrats to Dan Gasper, as I guess he was quote-unquote loaned out to Ghana for the World Cup here.
Must have been a wonderful experience for Dan Gasper, and most of the African countries did really well. Senegal, they all went out, but they put up great fights. South Africa as well, so well done to the African countries. And
Morocco's still winning.
Morocco really have a chance of going far, although their next match is France, and that might be where they come unstuck, but they really are a good side.
World Cup continuing on, but it's great to have some soccer, some domestic soccer here on the 4th of July. All across the USL Championship. Busy night tonight, but how about the top two teams in the Eastern Conference already losing today? Lexington beat Tampa Bay 4-1. Indy 11 beat Charleston 2-0. A big opportunity for the likes of Louisville and Hartford to make some inroads to those top few spots.
It certainly is, and I think it's proof that the USL is getting tougher. You go back 4 or 5 years, some of the top sides would win most of their games, but the Charlestons, even Lou City this year, for example, they're having to work really hard to pick up points. And even Sporting Jacks yesterday, they drew 2-2 at Loudon. They put up a wonderful fight, and they're sitting bottom of the table.
Yeah.
And they look like a really good side. Brooklyn came to Lynn Family Stadium a couple of games ago, got a draw, and they look fantastic. So even the teams at the bottom are really good sides, which means this is a tough league in which to pick up points.
And there's the live standings here in the Eastern Conference. No points gained in those top two spots. Indy 11, big result. Pittsburgh right now still 0-0 against Brooklyn. Country Roads singing around here at Lynn Family Stadium. Hartford there. But see those teams right around the playoff line. Very good opportunities for the likes of Rhode Island, Birmingham just below that playoff line. Back to play. Long downfield by Siaha.
Just looking at that table, there's 7 draws for Hartford. As the fact that they've only lost 2 out of 15, to Brendan Burke's point, is very, very good. But they've had too many draws, which means they're on that 7th position. There's only 1 place behind them in the playoffs, and then, then they're out. And they've got teams like Rhode Island, who you really do expect to come on strong in the second half of the season. So it's a very tricky time for Hartford. They need to get 3-pointers and work their way up that table and away from that playoff line. Otherwise, all the good work they've done, all the defensive work they've done will go to waste if they slip out of the top 8.
This one picked off, and Louisville trying to go forward with pace. Donovan just couldn't collect that. Now Akale collects. He'll look to cross, deflected as it came through and cleared. Adams striding forward. As Lambert tripped up. Free content to let play just continue on. Coach thought about it. He'll get it back and touch it out wide. Adams. There's Days racing forward, looking for Gleedle. Akale, again the cross blocked.
You see, that to me, that's not a Kale strong point crossing the ball. I want to see him turn and run into the box, take players on. He's got wonderful close control.
Louisville working it side to side. That hydration break may be an opportunity for Simon Bird just to talk to his team about how to break down this low block. They're still trying to unlock it. Louisville only scored the first goal in games this year in the regular season 4 times, but they've won all 4 of those games in which they have. Getting that first goal tonight will be absolutely crucial against this defensive Hartford side. Akale with Serrano. Here's Morris. Morris goes low. Stabbed away. It was Prestis going to ground. It's a corner kick for Louisville City, the first of the game.
That's a good effort cutting inside. Mukakale started that by running at the defense. Jake Morris cuts inside on the right there. Gets a shot, it's blocked. Now it's a set piece. Now, Kevin Lambert. He's a good player to have in these set pieces. Back in the team, he's a real danger from corners and free kicks.
5-5 corner kick, first of the game. Serrano delivers, back post. Something acrobatic there now at the top of the area. This is cued out of play.
2 attempts there, neither of them coming off the first one here. Left-footed attempt to try and get that ball back in play. And then this one here just absolutely scuffed as well. So not Lou City's best moments.
Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Thrown will go Louisville's way, but first, a quick conversation. It's with Galen Flynn.
He's already had a warning early in the match for pulling down Danny Fernandez, so he's had a second warning. He needs to be extremely careful. No, he's just bundled somebody over.
That's what you call 3 strikes and you're in the plug.
Can't blame anyone, he had enough warnings.
Galen Flynn into the book, this is why.
It's unnecessary. When the referee's already told you to behave, you don't need to go and nudge someone in the back, and that's an unnecessary yellow. And how many times this season and in previous seasons have we seen players get a second yellow, get sent off, and they look back at the first yellow and think, well, why was I silly enough to pick up an unnecessary first yellow? Certainly hope it doesn't happen to Galen Flynn, but now, of course, he has to be extremely careful with every future tackle.
It's an Alpha Energy Solutions yellow card. Down the line, it's a long run for Morris. He'll get there and he'll fire the cross in behind his intended target, Chris Donovan. Challenge put in by Lambert. It was clean. That's what Louisville gets back with Kevin Lambert back in the starting 11.
He had to get that right, because if he didn't, that was potentially a yellow card. An excellent tackle. He's won a few in the air as well, so he does make a big difference. You see, he wins the ball cleanly.
Lambert, who played 45 minutes in each of the first 2 games of the season, but has not played since. He's battling some injuries, but has been working back the last 3 weeks or so, and Simon Bird said he wanted to give him the start tonight just based on how his recovery has gone, and have him go from warm-up straight into the game. Better for Kevin Lambert. We'll see how long he gets, though, in the center of the park tonight. Here's Adams. Adams still racing forward, moving it out wide. Morris, chance to fire this across. Stabbed away again by Siaha. Davila delivers out wide. It's Morris again. And across again, a flicked header will keep this one moving. Flynn forced to play it. It's out for another Louisville throw-in. Some 4th of July festivities around Louisville, the Ohio River just nearby, separating Indiana and Kentucky. Across, Tosh going for it and putting it wide.
That's the second decent effort Tosh has had, and it wasn't too far off as you see the planes heading off into the distance. I assume there'll be fireworks after the match as well.
Yes, there will.
There should be fireworks on the pitch, hopefully, and that was nearly one of them. He's hit it so well. Tosh, don't expect it so much from a centre-back, but that's what they need, Lou City, one of these shots to fly into the top corner and give them that breakthrough.
Final 5 minutes of this first half. It has been all Louisville tonight, as expected. 70% of the ball, 6 shots, 0 on target. The only save that's been made in this game is actually by Danny Fondes, back on the other end. Space for Hartford just to move things forward. Britton Fisher. That is well off the mark and rolling out of play. When Lou City wins, you win. This season, Lou City has partnered with local Taco Bell franchisees to give you a free taco if Lou City wins, no purchase necessary. The offer is valid the following day after a win. Head to any participating Kentuckiana area Taco Bell location to redeem and mention that Lou City has won. 1 taco per person per win, in store only. Flag is up for offside. Come the second half, there could be some game changers in the attack for Hartford. Samuel Carriaga, Augie Williams, both available on the bench. Brendan Burke has talked very highly of Carriaga and what he has been able to bring to the attack, but picked up a little knock in training this week, which is why he's not in the starting 11 tonight.
Well, Lou City have a couple as well. Joint top scorer Jansen Wilson, I can bring him on. Aidan McFadden, Zach Duncan in midfield. You would think there's every chance he comes on at some stage to give a rest to Kevin Lambert.
Here's Galito, the cutback, Serrano off the crossbar. One of the best looks tonight for Louisville City. Morris trying to turn it upfield again. Challenge put in well by Flynn. It was so well worked. Galito finally able to turn that corner on the right. Akale. Here's Serrano. Switch the point of attack. It's broken up. Somebody is stepping in that time for Hartford. Out of play, throw into Louisville.
Such a good chance there for Lou City, and Serrano smacks it against the crossbar. There's Didal, just sets it up for him. I mean, he's hit it really hard and really well. Could we be critical and say it should have been on target and not on the crossbar? I think so, because he had time. He didn't have a defender leaning all over him, but he really has thumped it and inches away from sticking that just under the crossbar. But that's an opportunity missed for the boys in purple. They worked really hard for it and haven't taken it.
Morris trying to give and go, runs all the way through for Siaha. Final minute of this first half before we get into additional time. Hartford has only ever taken 6 points off of Louisville City, and this is the 12th all-time meeting. The only win for Hartford back in August 2024 in Hartford.
Yeah, they played at Lynn Family Stadium 5 times and haven't won any of them. But a draw here wouldn't be a bad result. You don't have to, or you can't win every game, obviously, and you pick up a draw. Although they've had, game back to Brendan Burke's point, they've had too many draws this season. They need to turn draws into wins, but to be fair, a draw here, I still think would be a decent result.
Now from behind, that was Dees Pay. We are into 3 minutes of additional time. That is sponsored by the Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport.
Dispay is one of those players Brendan Burke has picked out as really being in great form at the moment. And clearly, with the best defensive record, he and Anthony Siaha, Jordan Scarlett, Britton Fisher have done a fantastic job this season.
So roll all the way through for Siaha. Adams trying to save that, couldn't do it, and Hartford will have a throw-in in their attacking half. Even these sorts of opportunities could work out for Hartford Athletic as a chance just to move some bodies forward. Down the line. Harry Coffey, haven't really said his name tonight. He couldn't keep that one in play.
Another name we haven't mentioned too much is Chris Donovan up front for Lou City. They need him. He's their central striker. He's big. He holds the ball up well. Hasn't been involved in much in this first half.
I wonder if this sort of game with how Hartford is set up, it's not really for an out-and-out striker just with so many tall trees around him. He has got to influence this game while he is on the field if he can.
Absolutely. They've also got Tola Shawamni. They could try him, but he's a very similar big striker.
Cross comes in. Donovan swallowed up by all those white shirts. Lambert will go for it. Siaha did get fingertips on it. He wasn't quite sure and is out for a corner kick.
Decent effort there from Kevin Lambert. Probably was just going over, but Siaha, as you say, taking no chances, just making 100% sure. He's 6'5" with a long reach, so he can get to those sort of shots.
He got up for that one pretty easy. 5-5 corner kick. Just having a quick word with Brandon Days. Serrano delivers, headed away. Kale moves it out wide again. Serrano lifts it back post, nodded back centrally, nothing on. The referee has seen enough in this first half. Blows for halftime. Hartford, they set up defensively and they're holding up to it. No score at the break.
They've certainly done well defensively. Siaha with a few saves early on in the match, but I just can't believe that if Lou City can produce another half of this sort of pressure, they won't get a breakthrough. Jake Morris with a couple of really good balls whipped into the box, and we just saw a Kevin Lambert shot tipped over. So they've asked a lot of questions, the boys in purple, and the question is, can they do it again second half and get that breakthrough?
We have reached the break. Everyone in Louisville in the holiday spirit on this 4th of July. No fireworks so far, and we have reached halftime. It's Louisville 0, Hartford Athletic 0. Stay tuned, halftime on the way.
It's time to power up your old checking account. That's why Commonwealth Credit Union created Power Checking. This incredible all-in-one account powers your spending, and with built-in high-yield savings, grows your balance at the same time. Plus, as your balance gets higher, so does your rate, up to 3% APY. Grow your money with no limits, just unparalleled benefits.
That's 2 out of 3.
Let's go.
Get to the next level with Power Checking, only from Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently.
Nation's dumbest class of 2026.
If I am the nation's dumbest, I really have to reevaluate my life.
Spell guarantee. G-A. Oh, it's G-U. Welcome to the show that nobody wants to win.
People expect me to be done.
What did the itsy bitsy spider climb up?
Whoa!
This is harder than I thought it was going to be.
What part of a cow produces milk?
Udder.
Nip hole. With a question mark as well.
Keep going.
Which animal is a carnivore? Go.
Ape.
They eat meat.
Explain more.
They eat tigers and... I feel a lot of pressure. Coliseum, look for the booze!
Dang it.
What an idiot. I could be here till the end.
Celebrate America with America's best-selling SUV, Toyota RAV4. And there's a lot to celebrate. This new RAV4 is totally redesigned, totally hybrid, to deliver more power and better efficiency than ever before. And take your summer adventures over 600 miles on a tank of gas. Lease a new RAV4 now for $329 a month, or get 5.99 APR financing. America drives Toyota RAV4. Let's go places.
Halftime on this 4th of July. Plenty of USA apparel all around Lynn Family Stadium. Still no score at the break between Lou City and Hartford Athletic. It was a great World Cup for the Blue Wave of Curacao. Let's learn a little bit more about Eloy Room and his journey.
He is the USL Championship player that took the World Cup by storm. Miami FC goalkeeper Eloy Room made history with his 15-save performance in Curaçao's scoreless draw with heavily favored Ecuador. A World Cup record in a 90-minute match. The reaction went viral. A worldwide cheer for a team's success despite the odds. But there are two coaches in South Florida that saw it coming.
I'm surprised because I know what is the level in the World Cup. But also, I know Eloy, I see every day, so I know the level.
Christian Blanco is Miami FC's goalkeeper coach. His specialty is developing younger players. But Room is different. He is a 37-year-old veteran who played nearly 200 matches in the top Dutch league. A wealth of knowledge, even for a coach. Where does Eloy stand in all of the players you've worked with in your career, and how neat is this to be a part of this?
It's my first experience with the World Cup, man, you know. And for me, I'm so happy for that. It's a big challenge for me in the beginning, to right now. So I try to enjoy every training, every single moment, because and I try to teach something to Eloy, but he teach me a lot too.
He's capable of directing everybody from behind, and not only on the field, also off the field.
Room is one of the shutout leaders in the USL Championship with 4. He is a big reason Miami is in the playoff conversation at the midway point of the season. A World Cup interruption is an honor. for now.
We are super happy for his performances in the World Cup, but we are super happy as well to have him back as soon as possible.
What do you get when you take a Liverpool lad, throw in some Middle America, and sprinkle in the Pacific Northwest? One of the brightest up-and-coming minds in the USL coaching pyramid. Head coach of League One club Spokane Velocity, Lee Viedman, joins the show to talk his organization's early success, long-term sustainability, and how year 3 could finally see a star thrown above their crest. This is USL All Access, available exclusively on the USL YouTube page.
Hay mucha fiesta, señor Martino. Hay de revancha, doctor. Pero falta gol y estamos esperando a un gol. ¿Hugo Sánchez? Sí, tira para adelante. ¿Quién maneja? ¿Un futbolista? ¡Llegamos por fin! ¡Ay, bendito sea el chapar, doctor! Hugo, ¿regreso a las canchas? ¿Algún consejo?
Sí, confía y cree en ti.
¡Ey! ¡Pasa al norte!
A donde me dé la oportunidad, pero listo para dar el paso.
¡Listo, vámonos!
Last season, Louisville City won the prestigious Player Shield, the top team in the USL Championship. But the Pittsburgh Riverhounds took home the ultimate title. Pittsburgh Riverhounds and Louisville City, Saturday, July 18th at noon Eastern on CBS.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
America drives Toyota.
The #1 selling retail brand for the past 14 years.
Led by the best-selling Toyota Tacoma, the perfect size truck for all your summer fun.
And Tacoma holds its value better than anything in its class, saving you in the long run.
Lease this well-equipped new Tacoma SR5 for just $339 a month. Or get 4.99 APR financing plus up to $1,000 APR cash on a Tacoma.
America drives Toyota Tacoma. Let's go places.
It is halftime in the USL Championship. Time to get you caught up on the headlines this week. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio. Orange County did it again last Wednesday, a 4-2 victory at Miami FC. That was Orange County's 8th consecutive match away from its home stadium after welcoming the U.S. national team for its World Cup base camp. Orange County has now gone 5 league matches in a row without a loss and owns the top spot in the Western Conference. Charleston Battery lit up the scoreboard again last week, a 4-1 win over Loudoun United. That's 14 goals in their last 3 league matches, with Malik Foster scoring in 4 straight games. All right, some expansion news from Oklahoma City. A groundbreaking kicked off a new stadium this month, and 3 more professional athletes have joined the club's investment group. The NBA's Jalen Williams, NFL quarterback Baker Mayfield, and Olympic gold medalist Sydney McLaughlin-Lerone are now part of the group with an eye on kickoff in 2028. Upcoming national spotlight games in League One and the Championship. The USL Cup finale between San Antonio and Chattanooga on ESPN2. Then a pair of matches on CBS Sports Network. Sporting Jacks and Pittsburgh on the 15th, followed by AC Boise and Portland on the 17th. And then, of course, the big one on CBS Saturday the 18th. Pittsburgh hosting Louisville City. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
He is in the holiday spirit, that is to say the least. It is no score between Louisville City and Hartford Athletic. I guess the Tartan Army hanging around here in the States, even a few weeks after Scotland eliminated Scores from around the USL Championship on a busy holiday evening here across the league. We talked about those two big results, Tampa Bay and Charleston both going down. Well, that's got to be the first weekend both of them have lost on the same day.
Certainly, and a great result for Indy 11, who are in that top 4 in the league, which is impressive. Lexington, they're going to start climbing up the table. And Brooklyn, so far 0-0 at Pittsburgh. Brooklyn, as we said a few times, are a lot better than people think they are, and they are likely to climb the table as well.
Still plenty of games to come up tonight. That game on the CBS Sports Golazo Network is starting just about now, and then we head out west for the rest of the evening before Miami and Birmingham tomorrow. Any game catch your eye here?
Las Vegas, El Paso. I'm waiting for that guy from Ted Lasso to come and play
Cristo
for El Paso.
Fernandez.
Is that him?
Yeah.
When's he going to play? I can't wait.
Well, tune in, see if he'll play tonight in Vegas, where the lights are always bright. Some holiday soccer here from Louisville, Kentucky. Still waiting on a breakthrough tonight in terms of goal scoring. We will have highlights and the second half coming up.
Relax and let Kroger Pickup handle your grocery shopping this week. We start with only the freshest items, then choose your favorites, carefully pack everything up, and load it right into your trunk, so you can feel confident it's what you ordered. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Pickup and Delivery. And right now, you can save $20 on your first pickup or delivery order. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
All across America.
America drives Toyota,
And for summer fun, nobody builds better trucks than Toyota.
including the best-in-class Toyota Tundra.
With the power and capability to do it all.
Designed, engineered, and built in the USA.
Now lease a new 26 Tundra for $499 a month.
Or get 2.99 APR financing with no-cost maintenance included.
America drives Toyota Tundra. Let's go places.
Relax and let Kroger Pickup handle your grocery shopping this week. We start with only the freshest items, then choose your favorites, carefully pack everything up, and load it right into your trunk, so you can feel confident it's what you ordered. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Pickup and Delivery. And right now, you can save $20 on your first pickup or delivery order. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Toyota gives you more electrified hybrid choices than anyone else, including the hybrid that started it all, the iconic Prius, which you can lease for just $309 a month. Toyota's electrified lineup also includes all-new battery electric vehicles like the longer-range BZ, the BZ Woodland SUV, and the powerful CHR crossover. Now get any new 26 BZ or BZ Woodland with 0% APR financing. That's the power of choice. From Toyota, let's go places.
Stats from the first half. It's pretty crazy. Hartford have one shot. It was on target at the same amount of shots on target Louisville has.
Louisville have been unlucky. The shots have flown over. Toch has had a couple that have just clipped or just gone above the crossbar. So they've certainly threatened a lot more Lou City, and yet they haven't threatened that well. Their expected goal just .38. Not big for Lou City, given all the opportunities they had. Of course, for the visiting side, the expected goal is .13, a lot lower. They have barely attacked, just that one chance for Ingalina.
Getting set for the second half tonight on a warm evening from Louisville, Kentucky, with the former Manchester United goalkeeper and England international Gary Bailey. I'm Josh Eastern. Well, you told me a great piece of trivia, and I need to bring it to light. It's the last time that England played in Mexico against Mexico. You were the starting goalkeeper.
I think it was the last time, back in 1985, the year before the World Cup there. We played at the Azteca Stadium, and I do believe it's the last time England played there.
Obviously, a big game tomorrow.
Big game tomorrow. Not a good omen. We lost that match 1-0.
Well, gotta flip it around. Gotta flip it around. Big 90 minutes tomorrow, maybe more, but we have 45 more minutes here tonight in Louisville. No score between Hartford Athletic and Louisville City. Two subs to tell you about for Hartford: Augie Williams and Babukar Jai coming into this game. Trying to change things up. Those substitutions brought to you by Kentucky Lottery. Fueling imagination, funding education. Kentucky Lottery.
Coming off was Galen Flynn. Not surprised, he was on a yellow card, and sensible to get him off the pitch.
Trying to play this through the middle. This is a real chance. It was Fondes who stepped in. Now it's Williams to lay this one off. Shot is blocked. Corner kick, Hartford. That was the best look of the game for Hartford Athletic.
Wow, good goalkeeping from Danny Fondes to make that first save. And a block there from Taylor Davila as well. I might look back at that Hartford and think, wow, they've had a really good chance there. They're not going to have, you wouldn't think, they're going to have too many in this match, given the way they've been defending in the first half.
Samadia stands over the corner kick. Trying to flick this along was Prestis and out of play. Nothing doing. Brendan Burke talked about having all those center backs and defenders on the field. Yes, it means they're going to be very defensive, but it's on those set piece opportunities that he think they could have the upper hand. Just didn't quite get the service they were looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you mark 4 big center backs if you lose City?
Here's Akale, 1v1 situation. Akale looking to chip this one up and headed away by Scarlett. Akale back down the line and stumped out of play. It did take a deflection off of Gleedle on the way out. Going for Hartford now.
Just looking at the other player, sorry, for Hartford, coming off a player. You said just before halftime you haven't mentioned Barry Coffey. Well, we can mention him now because he was taken off. Didn't really have an impact on the game. Augie Williams gets a chance up front to find a few more goals. Only 2 this entire season from a natural goal scorer.
Second leading goal scorer in USL Championship history is Augie Williams. Now, Mishi Galina has a running mate up top. It was all in Galina in that first half, and sometimes we said he'd get the ball and there'd be no one up there with him. Well, now he'll have Augie Williams. As Williams was bumped down, was able to hold on to possession. Now Morera finds space on the far side.
And I'm guessing Brandon Burke is thinking, well, we defended really well first half. We weathered the storm. We came into it a little bit towards the end of the first half. So maybe now I can bring on the extra striker and just go to 3 centre-backs as opposed to 4. Push up my wing-backs and maybe try and win the game. Of course, opens up a little bit of space for Lou City to attack into.
Morera. Play this forward, broken up by Days. To find Gleedle on the overlap. Jai, those fresh legs. Gonna slow him down momentarily. Donovan touches it out wide. Gleedle goes for the cross. Donovan, it was just behind him. Lidl will keep this ball in play. Davila. Here's Lambert touching this forward and broke it up. Pay stepped in for Hartford. There's a run back the other way for TJ Prestis.
This could be an exciting second half. Clearly, as you mentioned, Brandenburg having put aside the total defense and now trying to go punch for punch with Lou City. And if that's the case, it's going to make it a fun game to watch as they go end to end.
They got through 45 minutes of it, said, all right, now we can maybe start to open it up a little bit. Touched ahead, big chance. Serrano, his shot's blocked. Scarlett in there again. A player that Brandenburg said has been a warrior on this back line for Hartford.
Fantastic tackle. It's all set up for Ray Serrano to score there. He's in a bit of space now. As we just said, the moment you start having the extra striker, if you're Hartford, there's going to be extra space in defense. You've given up a defender for a striker.
It's a 5-5 corner kick. Another in-swinging opportunity for Ray Serrano, who played this one short. Top of the area, Akale. Back for Serrano. Akale. Can't even get a cross in right now. Akale. Here's Davila rolling it forward. Lets it run through. Serrano's header! Oh! And it's just wide. Serrano connected with Donovan. It was nearly right there for Louisville.
Wow, good start to the second half from the boys in purple. Lovely ball whipped in here. And that is inches away from going in. Near post header. Maybe a little bit wider than it actually looked initially.
Akale turns it upfield again for Louisville. Remember, Louisville have not won at home since April when they beat Sporting Jacks, 95th minute winner. To dig deep again against the league's best defense tonight.
Jansen Wilson with that winner, and I've got a funny feeling he'll be off the bench at some stage. The joint top goal scorer. Could see him. We could see Zach Duncan coming in for Kevin Lambert, who's just making his comeback today.
Kale out wide, it's Gleedle. Another blocked cross. I feel like I'm a broken record, keep saying that. Blocked shot, blocked cross. Hartford getting bodies in the way. This portion of tonight's match is presented by Toyota and the Kentuckiana Toyota dealers. The box of Kale, trying to go through the legs of Jai. Big decision from the referee, waves it away. That is the last thing Hartford need after all this hard defensive work, is to concede a penalty.
It was close, and that's why Mukakare's got to get in that box. He's twinkle toes, he's quick. You attempted to try and tackle him, and then he's gone. And that was very close. But again, without VAR, the referee's got to be 100% sure. And if Atahanyaya, the referee, isn't, he can't give it.
Davila Akale. We can reset here. And trying to make this happen, putting it up back post. Siaha holds on.
Let's have a look at it again. Akale, clever. Oh, he does a nutmeg. Well, I think he played for the trip, didn't he? He's got through. I don't know, it's hard, isn't it, to make a call there. He says he was contacted from behind. I thought he could get away and take the ball, maybe went to ground hoping for the penalty. Either way, it just shows you that Mukakale in that box, he could be the one to unlock this Hartford defense.
This is what just happened. A yellow card out for Sean Toch. A yellow card presented by Alpha Energy Solutions. Most experienced player on the field, now into the book of Atahanyaya. Jai drives it across. Dees Pay all the way to the far touchline. Cross in, diving header away. Louisville will look to run. Kale plays this forward. Donovan letting it run through, moving this ahead. Ray Serrano and save. Second chance blocked. Tremendous defensive effort from Hartford Athletic. Jordan Scarlett.
Wow, what a good move from one end to the other by the boys in purple. Absolutely brilliant passes from one to the other. Chris Donovan sets it up for Ray Serrano, who tries to chip Siaha. The goalkeeper gets enough on it, and as you say, Scarlett finishes it off and clears it. Really good play from the home side, and very unlucky not to get a breakthrough.
Shot from distance is well out of play, and a look back at his last transition chance.
Look at the build-up. Akale plays this nice ball in. Lovely wait for Donovan. Donovan to Serrano's in space. He touches, tries to chip the keeper, just hits the boot of Siaha, and Scarlett's covering. Have a look at the goalkeeper's left. Oh, it's actually his body that makes the block, and then Scarlett just sticks a foot out there. Brilliant defending once again from Hartford.
I asked Simon Bird, now Kevin Lambert is a bit shaken up. I asked Simon Bird about the attack. Obviously, it's been going well for them this year. 24 goals, that's second most in the USL Championship. He says, of course, I still think we could put away a few more chances, and I think that's probably one of those opportunities that he will look at.
Yeah, they do create a ton of chances every single game they play. They just need to be tighter in defense. But the worst defense, I think, in the top 8 in the East. They need to do better. But going forward, they're just absolutely fabulous. And I just wonder now whether that could be the end for Kevin Lambert, that it'll knock. Maybe it's time for Simon Bird to bring on the likes of Zach Duncan or Jansen Wilson.
Looks like that is Wilson that is looking to prepare to come on. And also, there's Zach Duncan there. So how about both?
Yeah, why not? It's we thought those might be the two changes, and certainly quality players coming off the bench for the boys in purple.
First game since March for Kevin Lambert. This is the longest he has played this season. Only played 45 minutes in each of those first 2 games of the season for Louisville. And we will see Zach Duncan. The Aussie will enter.
Such a good player, Zach Duncan. Just thinking back a few games when they played Phoenix Rising, scored the one, set up the other, was absolutely fabulous on that day. Let's see if he can recreate that magic here tonight.
Will also be a change at wingback. It will be Sam Polito exiting. Jansen Wilson will enter. Those changes are presented by the Kentucky Lottery, fueling imagination, funding education, Kentucky Lottery.
Jansen Wilson joined 13th in the USL in shots and 7th in crossing. So what a player to bring on. And again, that just speaks to the depth that Lou City have of quality players.
Wilson, Kentucky, born and raised from Elizabethtown. Made his college soccer at Kentucky, then not in the state, but nearby in Belmont. Player down for Hartford behind the play, Zingalina. Louisville carrying on here. Defensive pressure from Babukar Jai, and now it's Hartford trying to get out and run. Days has that covered for Louisville. Down the line, now the cross deflected out of play. Talked about the opportunity for both of these teams tonight. The only team in a playoff position in the Eastern Conference that has won tonight was Indy 11. So a real chance for Louisville and Hartford to move up the standings. Right now, Pittsburgh losing 1-0 to Brooklyn. It's a 5-5 corner kick now.
There's a Scotsman trying to drink Lynn Family Stadium dry, no doubt.
Just like the Scots did in Boston.
They did a hell of a job.
Laid off for Serrano, different angle on the cross. It's dug away. Another chance to cross. That was Duncan. That ball did just skirt the end line. It stayed in play. Back into the box. Well, maybe it didn't stay in play. The referee now saying that it did go out. The AR had a look right down the line you'd expect. Enter the Prinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan a QR code on screen and enter today. Past the hour mark, and still awaiting that breakthrough tonight for either Louisville or Hartford. Louisville, the second best attack, going up against the best defense in the USL Championship in Hartford. Driven into a dangerous area again, and I keep saying it, Jordan Scarla has been there each and every time for Hartford.
He certainly has, and Jake Morris has put a few really good balls into the box in this match. He's been fantastic down that left-hand side.
Morris, that one taken by Siaha. It has been 3 games running coming into play tonight without conceding a goal for Hartford. That is in regular season play. The last goal they conceded was against Tulsa in the 61st minute. This cross comes in, another clearance. That was all the way back though on May 22nd for Hartford. It has been over a month. The only goal they conceded was in the USL Cup, the New York Cosmos. That game, they won 4-1.
Haven't scored a bunch of goals, though. They haven't conceded many, but 0-0 draw against Pittsburgh, 0-0 draw against New Mexico, 2-0 loss at FC Tulsa. So they've been so good in defense. It's very difficult to be both great in one box in terms of scoring and then great in terms of defending. I mean, that's the ultimate team. Neither of these two teams has got it right as yet, but certainly improve as the season goes on.
It's a 5-5 corner kick. Referee just making sure everyone keeps their hands to themselves, which usually never happens.
No, lots of falling, diving, blaming others. It was Njai who eventually actually pushed Kyle Adams into Siaha, and Njai went down. So without a VAR, the referee probably hasn't got a clue. Have a look at it again. Kyle Adams trying to get around. He gets shoved by Njai, and then he's into the back of Siaha. I don't know how one sorts out these corners, because virtually every game we do, 4 or 5 times a game, the referee's having this discussion, and I don't know why he needs to have a discussion. You don't explain the rules in any other situation, so why explain these rules? Let them get on with it, and if somebody does something wrong, then blow them up.
We were talking about this exact same situation before the game. We were watching Paraguay and France, and similar, but different. Davila, in-swinging ball. It's nodded away. Top of the area, Serrano. Wilson trying to play it in field. Adams. It's a chance to run. Galena couldn't get onto it. Davila. trying to find a way into the box again. Adams, he'll deliver this time. Header steered away. Hartford keep it moving. Louisville get it right back with Toch. This one is well overhit and out of play.
And the service to Chris Donovan hasn't been great. Mukakale with a few attempted crosses that haven't quite worked out. Chris Donovan's been very, very quiet up front, which must be frustrating for the number 9.
19-4 in terms of touches in the opposition box. No surprise that is in favor of Louisville. They've had the opportunities tonight. Serrano hit the bar in the first half. Siaha has come up and taken some important crosses. Still for Louisville, trying to break through. They have 2 shots on target tonight.
Well, the stats don't always tell you how close they've come. In the first half, Kevin Lambert had a shot that was tipped over the crossbar. Jack Morris had a shot that Anthony Siaha sort of scooped out that could have gone anywhere. And in the second half, Ray Serrano's had 2 really good chances. So, yeah, 2 to 1 on target makes it seem like it's close. But I think, to be honest, it's been Lou City have had a ton more chances.
Through ball ahead for Donovan. Siaha's coming for it. Throws on the brakes. He's backpedaling as the goal is open and Wilson scores! Finally a breakthrough for Louisville City. Jensen Wilson off the bench for 1-0.
Well, the pressure eventually told, and it had to. There's been so many opportunities for Lou City. And this one of the sort of less well-built opportunities, if you can put it that way. Donovan just getting in the box, luring Siaha off his line, and then putting the cross into the box. Jansen Wilson, natural goal scorer, joint top goal scorer for Lou City. Just gets himself in the right position. Ball gets flicked over, and he just stretches at the far post. There's an awareness from Chris Donovan. He looks up there, looks up again. He can see that Jansen Wilson is coming far post. He's got Ray Serrano as well there. And he puts that ball in perfectly, and great finish by Jansen Wilson. And that makes his 5th goal of the season. Absolutely brilliant from the wide man.
He's not the joint top scorer anymore. He is the top scorer for Louisville City. His first goal in the USL Championship since April 18th, the last time that Louisville City won at home.
Against Sporting Jacks, was it not? 95th minute goal, yeah.
A little bit earlier this time. That goal brought to you by Fireball Whiskey.
He's a special player, Jansen Wilson. He really is. Quality finishes, great reader of the game. And of course, you can't play him every game. So from Simon Bird's point of view, he's got to rotate a little bit. But I think they're a better side, Lou City, when he's on the pitch.
When Louisville gets that first goal, they have not lost. They have not dropped points. Simon Bird talked about that, getting the first goal in this game would be so important. It's another giveaway. Mukwele Akale weaving. Wilson on the overlap. His shot or cross is out of play.
That's a lovely play again from Lou City, moving around. Mukakale does brilliant here, just sets it up for Jansen Wilson, and Ray Serrano's coming in at the far post. If he mishits this a bit more, goes to Ray Serrano. If he gets it straight, it goes in the far corner, and eventually it does neither. But Jansen Wilson has brought this game to life for the fans of Lou City.
Now if you're Hartford, we talked about the balance and what Brendan Burke is trying to do to put Augie Williams on. You get Njai out there as well. How much can you expose yourself now at this point?
Well, you have to. With 20 minutes to go, it doesn't matter whether you lose 1-0 or 2-0. You've got to start taking chances now if you're Hartford. We've had 1 or 2 in this match, but not many. To your point, only, 4 touches in the opposition box the entire game. So they're going to have to push forward, get Augie Williams a bit more service, and see if they can get back in this match.
Long switch of play. Wilson tracking back defensively. Play in open space. Donovan turns it back. Now faces up. Donovan hands it off. Cross, another one blocked. It's another corner kick for Louisville City.
Problem if you're Hartford here in going forward and leaving spaces, you're leaving spaces for one of the best attacking sides in the entire the USL, and you're going to get caught. So it's going to take extra special defending from Scarlett and Dispay and Fisher at the back and Prestas as they find that more of their midfielders are caught pushing up.
It's a Wi-Fi corner kick on the way. Serrano in swinger, bouncing once. This one cleared all the way out to almost midfield. Miscued clearance. Touch over the top, that one was clean. Donovan circling back. Another switch of play, this time looking for Tosh.
The problem Hartford face here is they've ceded most of the possession to Lou City. Now they need to get the ball to attack, but they can't. Boys in Purple is knocking it around as they have for most of this match, probing, controlling the pace of the game. And Hartford need to get that ball off them and try and create attacks of their own if they're going to get an equalizer.
71% possession for Louisville tonight. Louisville have that goal. It's really up to Hartford to go out and try to speed them up, win the ball back at this point. Big challenge put in. Referee will blow this one dead. That was one of the first challenges that Jordan Scarlett just did not get right. Yellow card in hand.
That's a bad tackle. That's a real lunge. And lucky it's a yellow card only, because that could be a leg breaker. Let's have a look at it again just to see how bad it is. Yeah, that's the sort of tackle that can break someone's leg, and I think as a referee, you wouldn't be wrong to give a red card for that. Not that I want anyone to be sent off, but Scott has got to be careful. You're lunging him with all your weight, all your strength, and as a referee, you're looking at whether it's careless, in which case it's a warning, reckless, in which case it's a yellow. If it's excessive force, it's a red, and that to me was very close to excessive force.
It's an Alpha Energy Solutions yellow card as Anaku comes on for TJ Prestas. Substitution presented by Kentucky Lottery, Fueling Imagination, Funding Education, Kentucky Lottery.
An attacking player for a defender, got to be done, I guess. Good defending from TJ Prestas. I think the whole Hartford side can be very proud of the way they have defended. Absolutely brilliant. They just haven't done enough in attack to earn the right to leave with any points. You can try and defend for 90 minutes, but against a side as good as Lou City, you need a lot of luck. And to be fair, this could have been a second or third goal for the home side. They've had that many good chances, and Ray Serrano in particular, second half. This could easily be 3-0. In fact, there's only 1-0 is due to the wonderful defense of Anthony Siaha and his back 5 or 6, depending on who you count.
Now Siaha having to organize his back line for Louisville City. 5th free kick. Morris will stand over this. And powerful left foot. Four-man wall. It is Jake Morris! Deflected as it came through and out of play.
That's so close. You're just hoping the deflection obviously goes past the goalkeeper. You put power behind it, and you wait and see what happens. In that case, just going wide of the goal there. It sort of goes through the wall. Takes the deflection off one of those players in the wall.
A 5-5 corner kick. Davila, back post. The whistle comes. A quick whistle that time by our referee. Fans, it is time to vote on tonight's Lynn Family Vision Man of the Match. The poll will be open for the next 10 minutes. You can vote now on the Lou City app. We have reached our hydration break here in the second half. One final opportunity for each coach to talk things over. A little bit more difficult of a conversation now for Brendan Burke, chasing this game, something that they really weren't equipped to do, at least from the start tonight.
Yeah, they've had to change tack since that goal has gone in. They do have the likes of Samuel Carriaga on the bench, and Brendan Burke saying to us that he feels that Carriaga's the player who controls the midfield for his team and can make things happen. So does he give him a little cameo appearance here for the last 15 minutes or so?
The one goal coming just about 10 minutes ago. Jansen Wilson coming off the bench in the 58th minute. Less than 10 minutes after that, he would score. Siaha, though, just got caught no man's land.
He did, and Chris Donovan puts that ball at the far post. He's got both Ray Serrano there and Jansen Wilson. Look at his head up. He's looking, and again he's looking. Puts the ball in. If he underhits it, Ray Serrano gets it. If he overhits it, Jansen Wilson gets it. And it does go to Wilson. Goalkeeper's out of his position. And the defenders can't stop that from going in the back of the net.
Wilson, his team leading 5th goal.
And it'd be good for Lou City to get this win and start getting that sort of belief in playing at Lynn Family Stadium. As we mentioned, 2 losses and a draw in their last 3 at home. And even the match before that when they beat Sporting Jacks was a 95th minute winner. The good thing for them is if they go on to hold on to this lead, and it's a big if at this moment, they have 4 games at home in July, including the match against Trinidad and Tobago.
First ever international friendly against an international team for Louisville City. So a very unique opportunity coming up in just a few weeks. It looks like 2 subs coming on. Abdullah Taufik will enter along with Andres Hernandez. Players trying to influence in those attacking areas. Junior Morera will exit, so will Emmanuel Samadia. Taufik has only played once. It was his debut back on the 11th of April against El Paso. Trying to influence things at the front part of that formation, while Hernandez slotted into the midfield, trying to help things out as well. Subs are presented by Kentucky Lottery. Fueling imagination, funding education, Kentucky Lottery.
He's just 18 years old, Taufik, the Nigerian, so a young player and possibly a really exciting talent.
We've seen some good attacking talents come through Hartford most recently. Amadou Dieng, who is now with Minnesota United in Major League Soccer. Oh, broken up. Chance to run forward now. It's Duncan leading the charge. Finding Akale. Mukwele Akale throws on the brakes. Trying to cut this one back. Shot taken off the post. Rebounds out of play. Wilson nearly had a brace, and Donovan couldn't follow it up.
That's so close for Jansen Wilson. Lovely play from Mukakale there. Again, this is where his skills are wonderful. He goes one way, goes the other. Defenders are lunging, and then he just sets this up for Jansen Wilson. Curls it away from the goalkeeper. There's almost just too much curl on the ball because it curls from beating the keeper to eventually hitting the post. But still, great effort, and Chris Donovan just turns and instinctively tries to guide it into the net and sticks it over. And now Lou City are really creating a a ton of chances as Hartford have to push forward in search of this equalizer.
Hartford just trying to get some time on the ball. MJ cutting in Fields. Gonna go long. Fondez settles under it. Look to distribute quick. Louisville are looking for more. Behind, appeals for handball. Britt Fisher wins it back. Not been long spells of possession for Hartford in this game. They have 10 minutes to try to find an equalizer and earn a result on the road. Long cross, back post. Picked up by Hernandez in the middle. Directing traffic, looking up Fields. Early cross coming in, headed away. That around the corner. Again, nothing on. Louisville look to hold the ball here. A little bit more pressure from Hartford than we've seen when Louisville have been in possession. The situation has become a little bit more dire than it was earlier. Space through the middle. Moving this ahead, it's Donovan, and it's Siaha to keep it out. Yaha called into action. This one will deflect all the way into the corner. A throw-in for Hartford.
That's another good save from Siaha. And if Hartford were to get an equalizer here tonight, if you're Lou City, you've got to look back at these chances and say, you need to bury more of them. And here's some changes in the hope of getting that second goal, but they've created so many good opportunities. And yes, it's been good goalkeeping, but been some poor finishing as well.
Morris and Donovan exiting. Amadou Dia, Tola Shawunmi, both entering. Those subs brought to you by Kentucky Lottery. Fueling imagination, funding education. Kentucky Lottery. Fresh legs laid on for Louisville as they look to see this out. A big 3 points it would be. Loaded forward. This one headed back, and Fondes was alert to it to hold on.
Hasn't had much to do, has he, Danny Fondes? Made that one good save with his right boot in the first half, and since then it's really just been picking up balls back to him and the odd bit of distribution. He might be called into action, though, in these last few minutes.
That is a foul against Shawunmi. Play, throw in a Hartford. Hartford starting to run thin on time. now scored Hartford, or pardon me, conceded more goals than they have scored now this season. They have conceded 11, they have only scored 10. Nelson sends it forward all the way through for Siaha.
Just looking at the live table, if this result holds, then Lou City are joint third with Detroit. We played the extra game. And certainly Hartford might have a game or two in hand over some of the sides ahead of them, so there's still a chance to climb up the table. You also have to be very, very aware that Rhode Island are right behind them with games in hand, so there's opportunity to go up the table for Brendan Burke's side. There's also opportunity to get caught by those behind, so it's going to be an important few weeks ahead for Hartford.
This one played through, big collision. I'm not sure how Feek saw the oncoming Fondes there.
He's probably winded as well, the goalkeeper. He's busy collecting the ball and took a big hit from the man up front, who might be young, but he's huge, isn't he? Teo Feek, the 18-year-old, is well built and tall, and when that hits you and your eyes are on the ball, it can be very painful. I'd like to see it again. Here we go. Watch the goalkeeper, eye on the ball, collects, and then gets it more in the shoulder, I guess, but he's got to hope the keeper's okay, Danny Fondes. That's a lot of power that hits him there, and he's not quite prepared for it. His eyes are on the ball.
The interesting thing there from Taufik, never looked like he turned his head to even look for the ball, which means he was probably expecting at least a little bit of contact there from Fondes.
He's worked so hard, Danny Fondes, to hold on to this #1 position ahead of new signing Hugo Farou, the Frenchman who was brought here, and one would have thought he was going to hold on to the #1 spot. Danny Fondes done a great job in winning it and holding on to it himself with some good performances, and glad to see him on his feet.
The results are in for the Lynn Family Vision Man of the Match, as voted on by the fans. Not a big surprise. Jansen Wilson is the man of the match tonight. His goal standing up right now as the winning goal this evening.
He's had some important winning goals. You go back to the Sporting Jacks one as well, 95th minute. He's played a vital role. And to be the top goal scorer as a wide player is impressive. You would have thought it would go to Tola Shawamni or Chris Donovan as the #9s, but for it to be Jansen Wilson just shows you how good he is as a player who can play on the width and score goals.
G delivers over everybody's head and out of play. Quincy Merman will enter this game. Mukwele Akale is exiting for Louisville City. It's presented by Kentucky Lottery. Fueling imagination, funding education, Kentucky Lottery.
Another quality player off the bench here for the boys in purple. Quincy Herman, new signing. Someone again they brought in with good skills around the box and good ability to give opposing defenses a headache.
Long run taken by Shawunmi. In the 90th minute tonight. And nothing on. Battling forward. Hartford get a throw. Big game coming up next weekend for Louisville in the Cup. Hosting Lexington. they win the group. We have seen Lexington have been in good form. There are plenty of teams that are within striking distance of Louisville in that Group 4. Lexington is one of them.
And it's a couple of games' time. It'll be Hartford's chance to try and make it to the quarterfinals with their home game against Westchester. They play Orange County before that, and if they do lose this, the Orange County game becomes very important in terms of picking up points.
Cross coming into the middle. Nothing on as we are into 6 minutes of additional time presented by the Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. It's an important couple of weeks here for Hartford. They have a midweek match at home against Orange County. Then in 2 weeks' time, back in the league, El Clamico as they'll take on Rhode Island. That will start a 4-game road swing. Be away from their home field for a month's time. Cross floated up, nothing on, headed away. Louisville looking to put the finishing touches on this one. Wilson running onto it. Wilson shot. Wilson stays with it. It's saved. Shawunmi the chance blocked. And that's all that Louisville will get on that sequence. Another challenge put in, and that is now twice that Taufik has put in a tough challenge. And Louisville aren't liking this one. It is really kicking off.
It does seem to be that's, as you say, that a second really hard tackle. One of them you can get away with is Taufik. He's got his hands up, but you can't go and do it a second time without the opposition having a problem with it. Here's Jensen Wilson. What a save from the goalkeeper. Again, he gets another chance, and Siaha's made, what, 4, 5, 6 point-blank saves this match. It's not a terrible tackle, but it is certainly late. And when you've just hit the goalkeeper, that's what Kyle Adams and Taufik also had a pulling match a few minutes ago. Kyle Adams was complaining to the referee he was being held. So the big man's come on for Hartford Athletic, and he certainly stirred things around up front.
It is a yellow card presented by Alpha Energy Solutions. Taufik.
I think there's a few centre backs and goalkeepers are going to have a problem with that man this year because he's big, he's athletic, and he gets stuck in. And the two captains having a chat about the situation with the referee.
Those are two USL Championship veterans. Scarlett playing against his former club tonight, was with Louisville back in 2023 before joining up with Hartford. Before that with Tampa Bay and New York Red Bull 2. This is that play again.
Well, have a look here. Taufik's late, but he doesn't follow through, so it's not a leg breaker as such. But Kyle Adams is first to get in because he was angry that there was initial tackle on Danny Fornes. In fact, Fornes has got himself, look at him, the goalkeeper's come all the way to have his say about this as well.
Well, they have history from about 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago, yeah. So. I don't think it was too dangerous a tackle. I just think it was ill-advised, having already hit Danny Fornes to lunge in. But he's a young man and a little bit of enthusiasm, perhaps.
Now we'll see how much time is added on to the minimum of 6 minutes. We were stopped for about at least 2 there. Play this forward again. Again, it's swept away.
Yeah, if you lose City, you would have wanted to put this game to bed long ago. Now you're having to defend. There's always the possibility that Hartford get an equalizer, yet the chances they've had Blue City, they should have got a second and possibly a third and been able to relax, but they can't. They've still got to fight hard here these last few minutes.
Hartford still not done. They have at least a minute. G dancing on the ball. Big deflection on the cross. Fisher. Driven ball forward again. Great first touch, deflected cross. It's there in the middle. The header's off the crossbar. It would not have counted as the whistle came for a foul. Taufik amongst those players going for that ball again.
Taufik got a fantastic header in, and I'm not so sure it is a foul, not at all. I think that's a fair header and an absolutely brilliant header from the young man. He gets up above everybody. He risked getting hurt to win that ball. And I don't see where the foul is. Fortunately, it hits the crossbar, so the referee doesn't have to disallow a goal, but I thought that was a fair header by someone who got up so high that he was miles above everybody else.
Fireworks starting a little bit early before full time. Happy 4th of July.
Looks like somebody saw 6 minutes at a time and then set the timer and didn't realize there's going to be all these little battles in midfield and arguments for Taufik. It's added a few minutes to the added time.
There will be post-game fireworks here at Lynn Family Stadium, but looks like some fireworks down the river as well. Little slice of Americana under the fireworks, under the lights. 4th of July in Louisville. That is miscued. One of the few missed touches tonight on that back line by Jordan Scarlett. Beautiful sight tonight in Louisville. The end line, Shawunmi. Looks like that may have been friendly fire there with Augie Williams running into his teammate to get back to his feet as this game is nearing its conclusion. Hear the booms of the fireworks in the distance. Be a goal kick. It's all up to the referee now as to how much time is left. Quick look at his watch. That is full time. Louisville get their first win at home in over 2 months. 1 goal is all Lou City needs, and it's a 1-0 win to take down Hartford Athletic on Independence Day.
Well, it's been a wonderful defensive performance by Hartford Athletic. Absolutely brilliant. Anthony Siaha and his defense have stopped attack after attack from Lou City, who on a different day against different opposition could have won this by 3 or 4. As it was a close game. But Lou City created a lot. They got the 1 goal from the wonderful Jansen Wilson they needed. And it was a real battle out there for the boys in purple against a fantastic defense in Brendan Burke's Hartford Athletic.
Tonight's game resulted in a Kroger clean sheet. 0 goals, 0 hunger, 0 waste. We'll come back and wrap things up. It's still some jawing taking place as Hartford leaving the field, but it's all celebrations tonight under the fireworks. Lou City wins it 1-0. Stay with us.
Relax and let Kroger Pickup handle your grocery shopping this week. We start with only the freshest items, then choose your favorites, carefully pack everything up, and load it right into your trunk. so you can feel confident it's what you ordered. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Pickup and Delivery. And right now, you can save $20 on your first pickup or delivery order. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
All across America. Celebrate America with America's best-selling car, Toyota Camry. And take your summer fun nearly 600 miles on a tank of gas. Built with pride in Kentucky since 1988, Camry was named Best Car for the Money for its low cost of ownership. Lease a new 26 Camry now for $319 a month, or get 5.99 APR financing. America drives Toyota Camry. Let's go places.
Relax and let Kroger Pickup handle your grocery shopping this week. We start with only the freshest items, then choose your favorites, carefully pack everything up, and load it right into your trunk, so you can feel confident it's what you ordered. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Pickup and Delivery. And right now, you can save $20 on your first pickup or delivery order. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Full time tonight as Lou City are victorious, and with tonight's Lou City win, you've won a free taco at Kentuckiana area Taco Bell locations. Head to any participating Kentuckiana area Taco Bell location to redeem by mentioning tonight's win. One taco per person per win in store, only the day following a win. Full-time highlights tonight, Lou City and Hartford. It was going to be Lou City on the ball very often, and boy, they would have some chances, but this was a big save from Fondes early on.
Probably one of the few chances that Hartford had. Ingalina doing really well to force a good save from Danny Fondes in second half. Chris Donovan gets a Siaha, comes out of his goal. He's got to scamper back. The goal's unguarded. Ball gets knocked in. And Jansen Wilson, who's just come on as a sub, just finishes it at the far post. Great assist there from Chris Donovan.
And that is the move of the game. It is presented by Toyota. Off the bench within 10 minutes, Jansen Wilson, a game-winning goal. Exactly what Lou City needed on this night to break through the best defense in the USL Championship. Later on, 79th minute, the chances would continue for Louisville.
Muka Kole with his little trickery here sends defenders one way, then the other, plays it back. Jansen Wilson's shot just hits the post there and comes back. It's a really good effort. It bends away at the last moment and could easily have gone in. And they had a lot of chances, Lou City. They just couldn't get that second goal.
90+1. Thought there would be a second goal for Jansen Wilson.
Yeah, this one just bobbles for him once again. Siaha makes a fantastic block. Did this 4 or 5 times here tonight. A little bit lucky with the shot gets blocked and falls for Jansen Wilson, but you're almost certain he's going to score that. He thought he had, and he just wouldn't find the back of the net. But they got the one, and that was all they needed.
And for Hartford, just not a lot on the night. So Hartford, they played this sort of formation now 2 games. They won 1, lost 1, but they've conceded, over 50 shots in those 2 games.
Yeah, it's a lot of shots to concede, and you just felt that eventually it had to break for Lou City, but take nothing away from some of the wonderful Hartford defending. And it's a good 3 points for Lou City, who now find themselves in joint 4th spot in the table, and now both teams can focus also on getting to the USL Cup quarterfinals.
That is what comes next weekend. That is the next order of business. But Hartford, they still have a midweek match against Orange County. That'll do it for our coverage tonight from Louisville. Once again, Louisville City get the victory, their first home win since April. For our entire crew, broadcast partner Gary Bailey, I'm Josh Eastern saying so long. Louisville City 1, Hartford Athletic 0. Good night from Louisville and happy 4th of July. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.